After the age of 60, many people begin noticing small changes they cannot fully explain. Standing up feels slower. Climbing stairs takes more effort. Carrying groceries becomes more tiring than before. Most people assume this is simply a normal part of aging. But what many do not realize is that there is actually a hidden condition behind this gradual weakness. It is called sarcopenia, the slow loss of muscle mass and strength that often begins quietly over time. The surprising part is that it does not happen overnight. It happens little by little, until simple daily movements no longer feel easy anymore. Many older adults first notice it when getting out of a chair suddenly feels harder, or when balance feels less steady while walking. Over time, this loss of strength may slowly affect confidence, mobility, and overall independence. But here is the hopeful part. In many cases, the body is still capable of rebuilding strength much later in life than most people think. And today, we are going to explore 5 simple movements that may help support strength, stability, and confidence later in life. Many people over 60 are told the same advice: walk more, stay active, and keep moving. And while walking is excellent for circulation and general health, there is one important problem. Walking alone may not be enough to slow muscle loss as the body ages. Muscles naturally become weaker if they are not challenged in the right way. This is why some older adults walk every day but still notice their legs feeling less stable or standing up becoming more difficult over time. The body needs more than movement. It needs strength stimulation. Without it, reactions may slow down, and the muscles responsible for stability begin losing efficiency. That is why simple strength exercises are so important later in life. They help activate the muscles responsible for keeping the body upright, controlled, and confident during daily movement. A study discussed by Harvard Medical School found something very important for older adults. People who performed regular strength-focused movements were significantly less likely to lose mobility and independence compared to those who stayed inactive. And the surprising part is that these were not intense workouts or difficult gym routines. The biggest difference came from consistency. Small movements performed regularly helped support balance, stability, and muscle function over time. This matters because many people believe weakness with aging is permanent, but the body still responds to the right kind of movement, even later in life. Muscles may become weaker with age, but they can still adapt when trained correctly. That means improving strength, balance, and confidence may still be possible far beyond retirement age. The first exercise may look simple, but it trains one of the most important abilities your body depends on every single day: single leg balance control. It is called the supported single leg stand. Many older adults avoid balance exercises because they feel uncomfortable at first. But balance is not something the body automatically keeps forever. It must be trained regularly. Every time you take a step while walking, your body briefly balances on one leg. Several important muscles work together during that moment, especially the gluteus medius near the hips and the small, stabilizing muscles around the ankles. These muscles help keep the body upright and steady. When they become weaker, reactions slow down, and the body becomes less stable during movement. To practice this safely, stand beside a sturdy chair and lightly hold the back for support. Keep your posture upright. Slowly lift one foot a few inches off the floor and hold the position for about 10 seconds. Then gently lower the foot and switch sides. Move slowly and stay controlled. Over time, this simple exercise may help improve walking confidence, balance control, and overall stability during everyday life. One of the biggest dangers of losing balance later in life is that the body reacts more slowly than before. Small slips or sudden movements that once felt easy to correct may now feel unstable and harder to control. This is because the muscles and nerves responsible for balance often become weaker over time when they are not trained regularly. And when stability declines, the risk of falling increases significantly. For many older adults, the fear is not only the fall itself, it is the loss of confidence and freedom that may follow. Simple activities like walking outdoors, climbing stairs, or standing up quickly may begin feeling more stressful. That is why balance training matters so much. It helps the body stay more responsive, steady, and confident during daily movement. The second exercise is called the side step with support, and it focuses on something many older adults rarely train properly: side-to-side control. Most people think regular walking is enough, but walking mainly moves the body forward. It does not fully train the muscles responsible for controlling side movement and balance shifts. One of the most important muscles involved here is the gluteus medius, located on the side of the hips. This muscle helps stabilize the pelvis and reduce body sway while walking or changing direction. When it becomes weak, movements often feel less controlled and stability becomes harder to maintain. To practice this exercise safely, stand behind a sturdy chair and lightly hold it for support. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Slowly, step one foot to the side in a controlled motion, then bring the other foot toward it. Pause briefly before stepping the opposite direction. Focus on smooth movement and balance control throughout the exercise. Over time, this movement may help reduce swaying while walking and improve confidence during daily activities. The third exercise may look extremely simple, but it trains one of the most important daily movements after 60, standing up from a chair. Many older adults do not realize how much strength this movement actually requires until it slowly becomes harder over time. At first, it may just feel slower. Then people begin pushing with their hands more often, leaning forward heavily, or needing extra effort to stand. Over time, this small change may quietly affect daily independence. The main muscles involved are the quadriceps at the front of the thighs and the glute muscles around the hips. These muscles work together every time you stand up from a chair, get out of bed, use the bathroom, or rise from the couch. When they become weaker, movements feel less controlled and stability may decline. To practice this safely, sit on a firm chair with your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder-width apart. Bring your feet slightly underneath your knees. Lean forward gently and slowly stand up using your legs as much as possible. Pause briefly, then slowly sit back down with control. Focus on smooth movement rather than speed. Over time, this exercise may help support leg strength and maintain independence during everyday life. The fourth exercise is the heel raise, and it focuses on strengthening the calf muscles, which are extremely important for walking and balance later in life. Many people pay attention to the thighs and hips but forget how important the lower legs are for movement and stability. The calf muscles help push the body forward while walking and play a major role in maintaining walking speed and balance reactions. When these muscles become weaker, steps often become shorter and slower. It may also become harder to react quickly during a stumble or sudden loss of balance. To practice this movement safely, stand behind a sturdy chair and lightly hold it for support. Stand tall with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly rise onto your toes over about 2 seconds. Hold briefly at the top, then slowly lower your heels back down with control. Avoid bouncing or rushing the movement. Controlled movement helps train stability more effectively. Over time, this exercise may help improve walking confidence, lower leg strength, and balance control during everyday movement. The fifth exercise is the step up, and it may be one of the most important movements for maintaining independence later in life. Many older adults begin noticing that stairs feel more difficult over time. At first, they move more slowly. Then they start relying more on railings or avoiding stairs whenever possible. This often happens because the muscles responsible for lifting the body upward gradually become weaker with age. The step up helps train those exact muscles, especially the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings. These muscles work together every time you climb stairs, step onto a curb, or move upward from one level to another. To practice this safely, use a low step or the bottom stair of a staircase. Stand facing the step and lightly hold a railing or wall for support if needed. Place one foot fully onto the step, lean slightly forward, and slowly push through that leg to lift your body upward. Then carefully step back down with control. Focus on steady, controlled movement throughout the exercise. Over time, this movement may help improve confidence around stairs and support better mobility during everyday life. Now, the most important part is learning how to combine these exercises correctly into a simple routine you can actually follow consistently. The goal is not to do everything perfectly on the first day. The goal is slow, controlled progress over time. Start with balance movements like the supported single leg stand and side steps to activate stability and coordination. Then move into strength-focused exercises like sit-to-stands, heel raises, and step-ups. Keep the movement smooth and controlled rather than fast or forceful. Controlled movement helps train the muscles and balance systems more effectively while reducing unnecessary strain. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Even a few minutes each day may help the body stay stronger, steadier, and more confident over time. Small improvements repeated regularly often create the biggest long-term results later in life. The most important thing to remember is this: it is never too late to improve strength, balance, and confidence. Many people believe weakness after 60 is something they simply have to accept, but the body can still respond to the right kind of movement even later in life. Small daily exercises may not look dramatic, but over time, they can help support stability, mobility, and independence in meaningful ways. The goal is not to become perfect or move like you did decades ago. The goal is to continue moving safely, confidently, and independently for as long as possible. Many older adults simply want to walk without fear, climb stairs more comfortably, or stand up with less effort during everyday life. And those improvements may still be possible with consistency and patience. Healthy aging is not about extreme workouts. It is about protecting the strength, confidence, and freedom that allow you to continue enjoying daily life.